Hey friends, I just wanted to do a little video. It's March 8th today, Saturday, 2020. And so, we've had like the past month and a half, the coronavirus thing going around. And I just stumbled across stuff saying like the 5G rollout corresponds to confirmed coronavirus cases. And so what people are doing is they're staying indoors. Now, what do we know about sunshine and fresh air? It's like fresh, that's healthy. Indoor air quality is like 400 times more polluted than outdoor air. Where do we get our vitamin D? From sitting in front of our computers or in our phones? No, we get it from being outside, getting direct sunlight on our skin. And in wintertime we get a lot less direct sunlight because we're wearing a lot of layers. It's cold. So I just want to encourage people to go do fun things, be normal, be happy, be connected with people. Eat what you can to keep healthy. Ideally, if you can avoid like GMO foods, look at the Clean 15, avoid the Dirty Dozen pesticide kind of a food. But like there's some sort of mass control thing going on, in my opinion, and I think it's just telling. I was listening to an audiobook called The White Rider. It's a book about the plague, the Spanish flu in 1918. Now, have you ever heard of that? Like, I vaguely heard about it, and it killed 1 in 3 people in the whole world, and we don't know about that. Now, how is it that we know like about the Holocaust, or we know about Ebola or whatever, but we don't know about the Spanish flu in 1918 that killed 1 in 3 people? So I wonder, like, what was that? Like, was that even the Spanish flu? Was it some sort of weird New World Order agenda thing that was implemented and erased from history, like amnesia, like Noah's flood? All cultures have a story of a flood myth, and like hybrid, human animal creatures or mythological creatures. When there's so many corresponding like factors or data, where there's smoke, there's fire. So that, for instance, that the Bible is reinforced by other belief systems, even though they're not saying they are, they just have a similar story, I think is indicative of the truth. And we have been so brainwashed to not see what's in front of our eyes. Oh no, you're not whatever, you're what you say you are. And I mean, I think that evil agendas have preyed upon good intentions, and then there's people who are posers, and they don't know how to really be a human being, and so they just do what seems to be to give them the most status or credibility or whatever that is, leverage, I guess. And so people are like, how politically correct can I be? Oh, okay, there's this thing I gotta do to be super politically correct, even though it might be beyond common sense. Well, I'm gonna do that. that super politically correct thing that might damage a loved one forever. And of course I can't say anything because we live in such a Orwellian, politically correct world. But, you know, anybody who's still watching and listening right now knows what I'm talking about. But my point is that, like, things are just they've just been just super weird. Even before December of last year, when people supposedly getting this new flu, things have been, like, just bizarre. And, you know, just pointing out anatomy about high profile people. People are like, oh no, that couldn't be. And it's like people just, they don't even, they're not even looking out their eyes, they're not using their critical thinking, and there's just a lot of rationalization. I guess it's like Stockholm syndrome, and there's another one. But you know, I mean, we've been like brainwashed and traumatized, and I guess people are just running away and not inhabiting their reality. And I just I've worked so hard to you know, be introspective and learn, like, know what it is that I'm seeing and saying, what I feel, you know, and it's like I feel like I'm kind of being punished for all the authenticity and discernment that I developed, and I'm just like, you know, I've just been a seeker, and I just never knew it would be such a problem nowadays. And the thing is, we're living in it seems like a breaking point of culture, where a lot of people are content and complacent and obedient, and I feel like there's this toxic obedience that's going on. I'm sure a lot of people are just going to go and get a bunch of vaccines, and they'll get sick and they'll die, their loved ones will die, their coworkers will die, and everybody will think, well, good thing I got my vaccine, because it would have been worse than getting sick and dying. I mean, I don't understand this. Like, people are so oblivious and so trusting of something that has repeatedly not benefited them or those around them. Like, it's so obvious to me, and I just don't get it. Like, and fortunately, we do have, like, while I do feel the internet is, you know, it's probably mostly bad, but it has allowed me to be in touch with other people with critical thinking and common sense, basically, because that's what I feel like. I feel like there's no common sense, and maybe there's always, like, a degradation of common sense the longer humans have been on the planet. But I know at least that there's some people in the world that have common sense and are aware that, you know, you gotta go outside, you gotta get some sunshine, you gotta be in nature, listen to the wind of the trees and the birds chirping, and eat healthy food, and take a nice bath. Like there are people who know that that's important and more important than video gaming all day after work, or pushing oneself so hard for work. And I guess that's what separates the successful people from people like me. And the thing is, like, I also feel like success is just being a decent person that, other people like you or whatever. And it seems more and more, or maybe it's just where I find myself, but it seems like people are more into, do you have a home? And do you make over, 6 figures a year? And how much more? Are you almost four figures? It seems like we're in this like social climbing monstrosity, and I'm not, like, I enjoy celebrity thought leaders, as much as the next person. There's some charming, intelligent people, helpful people even though they're probably Freemasons. So I mean, I appreciate their work and their contribution and stuff, but I wouldn't want to be them or be their friends or probably even be their employee, and that's okay. But I don't know, like, I just feel like I don't even want to like interact with like the social climbers that seem to have, like, there's this virus. There's like this, I feel like there's this psychological virus of political correctness where if you don't toe the line, your friends and family will just really be mad at you and hate your guts. And yet the very same people that want you to donate your kidney to a transgender child, like they also, you're not, you don't own $300,000 house and husband and diamond ring and a SUV that's brand new and highlights in your hair and nails and makeup and facials and plastic surgery. And it's just bizarre, and I guess it's hypocritical, and I guess it's just the human condition as described in the Bible. And I have been in more like new age aesthetic culture where people are just more about being a meditator, and on some levels, like, being around dedicated meditator shelters you. And I guess I've been sheltered for like 20 years, and then just coming back into the world like Babylon, it's just been a rude awakening. And it's really difficult to reconcile that, because now I believe in Jesus. I think meditation is a distraction from the soul and Lord Jesus Christ. And yet, like, and then the world is just so lost and despicable. And I just find that I'm having such difficulty navigating it. But I guess, it's really just about self-care, getting fresh air, doing some movement, getting sunshine, interacting with people, eating healthy, having good connections, and I would say avoiding toxic people. And that's what I find kind of difficult. I'm taking this online training, and the school administrators are just a nightmare. Just shameful, shameless. It's just a bait and switch. So, anyways, but you're taking a class, and you just gotta put up with bad employees. and a bad system, I guess, a bad program, because they don't care. There's nothing you can do. And because it's been my experience, whenever there's like a system of accountability, really the people who are supposedly holding whomever accountable, they just make a meal out of the whistleblower. Whistleblowers really don't, even in the liberal world, do not have protection. So anyways, God bless.